YouTube, this is Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. If you've just joined me, I do nurse related videos. I give advice to any student nurses if you're thinking about becoming a student, or if you're newly qualified. If you think this video is for you, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think. So in this video, I'm actually going to talk about kind of like effective ways of how to prepare for nursing school or getting into university. So let's get into this video. So first of all, I know it's quite daunting, and if you've just got your offer, congratulations, and it's such an amazing feeling and well done. And one thing I would say is, please don't worry and don't just, just relax. Don't go over and start buying new things that you think you're gonna need or anything like that, because first of all, you don't know what you're actually going to require, because you don't know. You can look up which modules that you're going to be doing. That's really good thing to do. But on the other hand as well, how can you know which, because every tutor is different, every lecturer is going to be different. They're going to tell you different things of what to actually get for, for your books and everything else, so for example, you can do pharmacology, and you might get a book that your exams might not be based on, even though our bodies are the same. We study exactly the same things. The kidney doesn't change. If you study about the kidney and the nephrons and everything, it's going to be exactly the same. But they could, like, for example, when I was in uni, they told us to, I've got a book here actually, they recommended, like, for example, this book, Anatomy and Physiology by, who wrote this book? By Alison Grant. And yeah, so this is the book they actually recommended initially. So this is the book that we actually got, and this is the book I bought for our anatomy and physiology. And the other one, when we actually did like pharmacology, they recommended this book, so I bought this. And basically I think that's the money I spend. Most of the books I could get from university. I could go to the library. My placement hospital used to have a library as well, which was really good because I could actually go there and get some of the books from there if I needed. Like, for example, if I had like a 2000 essay to write, I could go there. So I tried very, very hard, because by doing so, this actually helps you financially as well, because you're trying to buy things that you only need. And the other thing as well that I wanted to mention, I got like a BNF. So this is where you're gonna find like all your drugs to reference. Like, for example, if you come across a drug that you don't know, you're gonna get your contraindications, everything else. So this is like your Bible that you're gonna take from everything, especially on placement. In most cases, most placements actually, they have this book, or if they don't, you can always go to a pharmacy at the hospital, because I know our pharmacy, you can actually go there and they can give you a BNF, I think, if you require one. Rather than buying one, they can give you like one which is like 6 months old or something like that. I'm not quite sure, so just find out. So those are the things. One on today, because I'm gonna show you, obviously there's no point me showing you what I did right. I'm gonna show you what I messed up. I bought like things, I think every semester, right, I went ahead and I was buying folders upon folders. So I was going through my wardrobe and everything, where I keep all my like files and everything, and I found plenty. Oh my goodness, like 1, 2, I think I have more, 3 folders, right, 4, 5, 6 and This is not even a quarter of it. Like, I had so many folders. Why I kept on buying folders, I have no idea, because I thought I needed them. So just find out what you actually need. All right, just don't go on buying different things that you don't actually need. All right. So so the other thing I wanted to say is, like, try and figure out before you start what type of student you actually are. This is actually really important, because this actually is going to help you understand who you are, how you study, how you gonna obtain some of the information, because some things are not actually really easy, you know. Like for me, I knew, yeah, reading, fair enough, you're gonna give me a book, you're gonna give me like a massive book like this one, but you know, you have to study smart. You know, if you give me like a drug, like for example, I'm gonna get like a simple drug like ibuprofen, I'm not gonna go and look up something irrelevant of things I don't actually need to know. I'm gonna go and say what the test is gonna require me. Like, are they gonna ask me, you know, what the actions of that drug, contraindications and stuff? Just study smart, because this is just too much, you know, to go into my small head. It depends on how you study. And the other thing as well is study as well. YouTube was my friend, you know. I could learn like one of the body systems, like for example, if I wanted to study endocrinology or endocrine or something system, that would fine. I could get a book and stuff, but I used to use YouTube all the time to understand what I was actually looking at, you know, all the digestive system, you know, things like that. I'm like a visual person, so I had to find out that myself. Like visually, I had to know that this is the type of student I am. You know, there is no point near being in lectures. I could go in lectures, sit down, write things down, and write the important things that I think, okay, I'm gonna need this, I'm gonna need that. So find out if you're like a student that can obtain information like that just by being in the class, then you know who you are, you know how you study. But at the same time, know who you are and know how you learn effectively, and that will actually really help you. So the other thing to talk about is you're gonna have long days, and long days require comfort. That's all I would say. You know, I remember in my second placement, I had my placement in A&E, and I had the shoes which were perfect, but they were not that comfortable, because my feet, after my first day, my feet absolutely killed me. Like, I'm not even joking. My feet were absolutely painful, until I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go and get some Skechers. So I managed to invest a little bit more, went and bought some Skechers, which lasted me till I finished second year, third year, and then even into my first year of actually working as a registered nurse. I've actually just replaced it. They're still okay, but I thought, you know what, let me just buy another pair. But there are some shoes that they actually recommend, which I think they're from Clarks, which I'll try to leave a link somewhere so you can actually see them. I wanted to buy them, but I haven't mentioned this, but I'm like 6 foot, so I'm really tall. So being tall includes me having, my shoe size is like size 10. So yes, I know you're gonna laugh, but yes, so I'm like a size 10, so they didn't actually have my size, and I couldn't get them anywhere. Like, I'm not even joking. So yeah, so the best thing was for me to go and get Skechers, which non-female Skechers, but male Skechers, because they're the only ones that would fit, and size 10 in male doesn't actually fit me, so I have to wear size 11. So yeah, so I know what you're thinking, but I have to be proportionate to my body. If I had small feet, I'd probably be falling over all the time. So yeah, so comfort is very important. Long days, just be prepared for it. So yeah, so another point I would want to say is, do you have a good support system? Support system is very important. You know, do you have a boyfriend? Have you just got a boyfriend? You know, a husband, kids, and things like that. Even though it's just kids, as long as somebody actually gives you that support, that oh my god, you can do it, and this is so amazing, you're gonna do it so well, and all those small messages are so good. I remember when we started our first day of orientation in uni, they made us sit down and we wrote a letter to ourselves, like to open in 3 years time. They took the letters back, but we wrote a letter of like, so you could be like, oh yeah, hi Tracy, I know you're very nervous, but just think about what you're gonna gain. So I could actually try to find my letter to try and read it to you guys, but I couldn't find it, which was really sad, because I actually wanted to show you exactly what I wrote for myself. But yeah, so on our last day of university, they actually gave us our letters back, and it was such an amazing feeling. So if you think this is something that can be a benefit to you if you're starting, please do use it, because it actually really works. Because you think about, oh my god, my letter. So you write a letter to yourself, like your future self, of thinking, you know, you can do this, and with anything, everything is actually possible. The other point I wanted to say is volunteering is so important. You can volunteer, you can have a job if you've never done anything in healthcare, so try and do that. It's really good, because you gain that experience, and if you learn something and you can actually come home and practice on anybody at home, it could be like taking any blood pressure or anything like that, please do so. I'm always here, you know, learning on my kids. Like I bought a stethoscope.
Our next step will be to open negotiations.
You're okay.
Find out what they might be interested in getting from us in exchange.
At some point, and at some point it actually helped me, because while ago my daughter was really sick, and I think she was almost like she had like sepsis as well, so I could tell that something wasn't right. I think I was in my second year of uni, so I literally rushed her to hospital, because I literally went and got my stethoscope and I listened to her. So by having those extra skills, actually it could really help. Okay. One, I think my last point would be, there is so much like you can do to prepare for yourself. You probably have other ways that you can actually do this, but these are like my top things. I think it can help you. Just let me know, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave any comments if you think I've missed anything out. So yeah, my last point is, try and get yourself a planner. You know, a planner really helps. When you start placement, you're gonna have long days, you're gonna have nights, you're gonna have different things, you're gonna have family to juggle, you're gonna have your work, because you can actually work when you're like in uni. I know it's very difficult, but it can actually be achievable. You can work, you can study, you can have time for your family. You can do all of this as long as you're organized and you plan it well. You can have time to do your assignments as long as everything is actually planned out and set out properly. So if you can do this, anything is possible, and all the dreams can come true as long as you believe. If you believe, everything can actually be possible, you know. So yeah, so thank you much for joining me. Okay, let me know if I've missed anything out. Please subscribe to my channel, leave any comments below, hit the bell and let me know. Yeah, so please, thank you so much for being here. All right, bye.